Something that I've been seeing continually is I see where a, a well-meaning Christian will post something on Facebook or other social platforms, and they will try and, it's just things that aren't really wise to go posting publicly. It's more of a one-on-one conversation that alienates your audience. Now, I'm not saying, you shouldn't be who you are or whatever. I'm saying, Proverbs tells us to make wisdom acceptable. So at the same time, when you're doing something, you can't just keep shooting off your trap all the time, have an opinion about everything, and then think that you're actually going to have an audience. Oh, those stupid Democrats, they're such morons. Oh, hey, we want you to come to our church. I'm a Democrat. You hate us. Oh, yeah. So then what I see happen is some other pastors will have a lot of friends, and so they'll post the exact same stupid crap, but they get a lot of response from their friends because they've surrounded themselves with a bunch of people who think like them. They're not challenging themselves anymore. And then they'll look down on the other person who is posting things, the exact same attitude, the exact same things, but it's somehow justified because they have a bunch of friends that are commenting and liking on it that the other person doesn't. And here's the thing I want to kind of warn you about. Be careful about surrounding yourselves with people who are just like you, who think just like you, who, when you're doing something, it's always, that you never, what is it called? You never put off. You're never having to do something that's uncomfortable for you. You're never having to relate to an audience that you don't naturally gravitate to. Some of us dislike dealing with druggies. Some of us dislike dealing with pedophiles. Some of us dislike, dealing with old, crusty Christians who have been saved for forever and yet still are not loving and serving people, still are not involved in ministry, still are not growing. We all have our problem area that we just don't really like dealing with those people. But what happens is when you start shooting off your mouth on social media, you ostracize any audience you would have had. And see, the thing is, it lulls us into a false sense of success because we surround ourselves with people who think just like us. So we think, hey, if I get a lot of likes or interactions on my post on Facebook, that means that I, as a person, have value and am being listened to. But the truth is, you're not causing anybody to grow. You're just causing other people who are irritated about the same things that you're irritated about. And then oftentimes what we do is we try and overcompensate and try and get people to praise us and agree with us by saying something that we're already on the same page about. Like Netflix had this thing where they put this movie called Cuties on. We're all against this. Netflix decided to do their own stupid nonsense like they always do and promote their own, every sexual orientation is okay, like they always do. That's what Netflix does. We don't all have to post on our Facebooks about how we're against, sexualization of children, obvious child porn, all these different things. We don't have to all post and, yeah, I hate this. Yeah, me too. It's like when you go to a middle school and they say, what do you think about cheating on a test? Oh, I don't think cheating on a test is good. Next person. Yeah, I don't think, I'm going to agree with them. I don't think cheating on the test is we're all on the same page here, guys. You don't have to, go off on this thing. And my moral of the story being, don't surround yourself with people who think just like you. Don't always have to have your point of view gotten across. Don't always have to have an opinion on everything. It's better to just stop and listen and see if maybe you're overlooking something. Like right now, the cool thing right now is to laugh at how stupid Republicans are and to be a Democrat. That's the cool thing right now. And so, of course, all the young kids are doing that. Well, here's the thing that we aren't really taking into account. Both parties have some very glaring problems. And if you start going, just aligning yourself with people who think like you, you're going to miss them. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. So your audience is limited because I only deal with Democrats. Your thinking is limited because that person is completely wrong and I'm completely right. I don't have to listen. I don't have to learn. So I hope this was encouraging for you. Have a great day.